What is going on, everybody? This is Gabriel Jones giving you a drop of sun any chance I get. And today we're going to be doing an album reaction to the new Troye Sivan record called Something to Give Each Other. It's exciting to record my first album reaction in this new apartment space. And what better way to get started than with Troye Sivan? If I'm being frank, I haven't familiarized myself with too much of Troye's work. I've listened to a few of his songs like Bloom, Youth, I'm So Tired, his collab with Lauv, but I haven't really given him the proper time of day. Well, that's about to change because I have seen people rave about this album non-stop, and I just want to know what all the hubbub is about. He's got the moves, he's got the voice, he's got the cover art. I'm not sure I'm allowed to show on YouTube, but we'll take a risk anyway. Nonetheless, I'm looking to have a lot of fun today. Before we get started though, I want to advise everyone to leave a like and comment for this video because the more engagement the video receives, the more likely YouTube will pick it up in the algorithm. So I thank y'all for that. Also, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell because I could use all the support in the world and it will put a huge smile on my face. Enough of the chit chat, let's get into Something to Give Each Other. Track number 1, Rush. Ooh. Yeah, this one has a real quick tempo to it. It's almost like he's talking bodies. Yes, I love the vocabulary that's on this first verse, you know? It's so complicated, it's so complex. Oh, yes. Just have an entire crowd of people singing along with you. Really bringing in the spirit, you know, the energy. Yo, I'm just vibing, just nodding my head, getting dizzy. Woo! Alright, so that was Rush. Yeah, great opening track, honestly. This has a very straightforward message, you know, he wants the boyfriend to sort of like touch him in a way that just feels electric, you know, gives him like a rush, you know, it just feels so exhilarating. Take me to the great beyond and we'll have an adventure of a lifetime. That's pretty much what he's saying on these lyrics. But the way that emotion is conveyed, the way he delivers it to the listener, like that's what really captures your ears. There's just like a real fast tempo to everything, almost like as if you're actually traveling at light speed, you know? It just makes it go like, whoo. Like honestly, I was dancing so much on my chair, like it felt like a legit workout. I thought I was at the gym. I have this water to help me enunciate better, but I think I need to cool down with it. And he's got a whole bunch of people singing along with him on the chorus, which is also very fun. I'm sure that's gonna go really well at concerts. This is a really fun track, honestly. And I think it's gonna really set up just how splendid the rest of the album is. Like, the lyricism was just so on point. Like, oh my god, I was just amazed by how well he wrote those verses. Oh my god, yeah. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Track number 2, What's the Time Where You Are? Sure, he's getting a voicemail from a special lover. Touch of pianos. Wow. And those, wow, the chimes. You know I can't get enough of chimes. Like, I got so much of it on Gloria. Even quote Sam Smith. Holy crap. Ooh, we're getting a little cosmic up in this mother. You know, the classic I'll wait for you sentiment. Oh, young love can never get enough of that. I mean, it's making me move too. How do you think I feel? Ooh. Love the way he plays with the vocals right here, you know? Just creating this like sort of like futuristic type sound. Okay, so that was What's the Time Where You Are? And yeah, that one is just like a very romantic sounding type of song. I don't think I need to dig too deep with this song. It's just Troye wondering what his lover is doing at the moment. You know, what's the time? What's the weather like? You know, what setting are you at? Are you getting any food at the moment? Are you looking to do anything for the rest of the day? Like, he is just constantly on his mind, and Troye is just a sucker for that. He was waiting so long for someone to just come into his life and steal his heart. Luckily, he found this guy, and now he's just smitten. And like I said, that's just the way love goes. Plenty of neat little production choices here. Like, we got plenty of chimes. I love the little touch of pianos. I think I heard some violins. Those little wubbing keyboards are also really nice. Very clever trick. Overall, it's just a very sweet song. You can tell that Troye is just head above heels for this boy. And oh my god, I cannot wait to revisit it. Track number 3, One of Your Girls. I know people are talking extensively about this song, largely because of the video where Troye dresses in drag, almost like it's a 2000s music video, and he's with Ross Lynch. I have not seen that video. In fact, I don't think I've listened to the whole song because I wanted to save it for this video, but I'm excited. This one has a far more relaxing sort of vibe to it. That's how special your appearance is. Those would have watched though. Perfect. We'll be like friends, but also lovers. Special lovers. There's almost sort of like a robotic tone to his voice right there, you know? Especially there. Like you were born for the spotlight, my darling. Ooh. That melody leading into the outro. Alright, so that was One of Your Girls. Okay, some really cool things going on with this one. To start, it has a more relaxing vibe to it. Like, I get the sense that it's like Troye calling this guy on the phone, and he's saying, oh, I'll be everything for you. I'll be your homies, I'll be one of your girls, you know. I can almost picture him just relaxing on the couch, just getting all horny and just wanting this guy to just be with him. It's a hot summer day, and he just wants to get some lovemaking out of the way. We hear Troye frequently complimenting this guy in the song, especially in the pre-chorus, you know, you're an icon, it's built for you. Really trying to sell himself like, I'll be one of your girls, you know, I'll be a Christina Aguilera or a Britney Spears, or I'll even be a freaking Avril Lavigne or something. Really presenting himself as the perfect guy, or girl in this case, you know, dressing in drag. And again, it's just a very relaxing sort of tune, like a lot of wubbing effects on the keyboard, a lot of acoustic guitars going on here also. It's very dreamlike in a way. He's just creating this fantasy where he can just fall in love with this guy, just drape himself all over him, and they just go at it. Again, it's a very cute song, you know, and I'm sure Ross Lynch might be thinking about getting with him. Track number 4, In My Room, featuring Guitarricadelafuente. So relaxing, tranquil. Oh my god. Ooh, and that drum line. Oh, it just mixed so well. Ugh. Mess me, test me, wreck me. Oh my god, those lyrics all together. I don't necessarily speak the language, but I'm sure it's something very sweet, you know, romantic with him. Really letting the vocals fly, you know. Said the fucking title. There it is. Alright, so that was In My Room, and yo, I really enjoyed that one, really. It's almost like we're in a dreamlike state, you know, floating on cloud 9 as the sun is setting, everything is blending into a nice blue, and Troye is just having the time of his life, just laying with this guy. He's just saying, oh no, let's not tidy up the room just yet, let's just keep it messy, you know? We're having a good time relaxing with each other. Those little glossy keys that they add onto the music were also really nice. I love the drum line especially, like, I think that really tied the whole tune together. I translated some of the lyrics to English from the chorus, and they sort of mean, I confuse reality and everything excites me. The sky has lit up, your hair gets tangled, your spurs with mine. Oh my god, yes! Oh, yes, that really touches my heart. Again, I was right about it being so romantic. Not too bad from Guitarricadelafuente. I hope I'm saying that right. It's a really long name, and I really want to perfect it. But yeah, these two have wonderful chemistry together. I really sense a romance between them. Oh my god! Ugh. My gayness is just flying out of me at this point. Track number 5, Still Got It. Sounds like a little bit of a breakup song, honestly. You know, like they sort of grown distant. The organ sound along with his calming vocals. Wow. Ooh, that little intense sound right there, you know. It almost kind of symbolizes anger. And those pianos right there, you know, they're just, you know, doing a lot to like sort of sprinkle in some goodness. And now it's kind of like being sung from a distance, you know. All those feelings are just being reflected on in your brain. Alright, so that was Still Got It. This is definitely one of the sadder tracks that we've had so far. Troye seems to be meeting up with an ex-boyfriend and trying to see what's been up with them ever since they sort of grew distant from each other. Throughout the song, Troye seems to be acknowledging that the relationship was bound to end as the summer was winding down. And he is still broken up about everything that happened, but you know, he's trying to tell himself, I still got it, you know, I'm still looking fresh, I'm still looking sexy, I'm still looking hot, and ain't no breakup gonna tear that down for me. He sings on the chorus, you know, you didn't realize what you had until it was gone. But then he sort of ends the song by saying, we didn't realize what we had until it was gone, you know? It's almost like he's trying to present himself as the bigger person, but he's starting to realize that they both lost something as that relationship fell apart. He still has something that Troye wants, and it's almost like, you know, Troy's sort of like in denial of his true feelings. I especially like those intense noises towards the end where it's almost like he just has all these memories batting around in his mind, you know, like all these events that we shared with each other, you know, they're stuck inside of me, and you know, I just wish I could escape them, but I can't. Some other smart choices were like the organ sound throughout the track, you know, it's like symbolizing sadness, of course, almost as if like we're at a funeral of some kind. The layered, distorted vocals also did a lot to add to the feeling of melancholy. Yeah, some really interesting stuff going on with this one, you know. I don't know if it's my absolute favorites, you know, probably because it's not upbeat like the other songs. But yeah, it's still very impressive. Track number 6, Can't Go Back, Baby. He kind of now has a stained perception of his ex. Oh, yeah, that's a line that just hits you right there. Like, Jesus Christ. Ooh, so he might have been a cheater. Wow. Like, I wish I could just move past this, and I'm anticipating that day. And now he's just kind of letting it all out, you know? It needs to be unleashed. Okay, so, Can't Go Back, Baby. Yet another sad song that we have on the whole listen. This one seems to be even drearier because it's almost like he's singing about a cheating ex-boyfriend. And it's really heartbreaking the way he just, you know, tells the whole story. He sings about how he was on, I'm assuming, a morning show performing his hit songs, and his ex just sort of left the hotel, you know, without notice because, you know, he was just that unfaithful. Troye reveals that while they're having sex, he could taste a different guy on the boy's lips, indicating that he's been having an affair of some kind. And throughout the rest of the song, we hear Troye just laying out all that sadness, you know, all that disappointment for the listener to hear. He's saying, I can't wait for the day that I move past you, and I wish we can go back to the way things were, but that's all dead and gone now. I think my favorite moment would have to be the pre-chorus where he sings, in the morning, yeah, I wake up with the sun across my face. In the evening, yeah, I lay with so much love to take your place, you know? And that is just some heartbreaking imagery right there, you know? He's just there all alone by himself, basking in the sun, the deep, deep sun. And when he says, I lay with so much love to take your place, it's like, now I have to find someone else to sleep with. And yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a drag. I don't think I have too much to say when it comes to the sound. It's just like a nice subtle little beats, very soft on the ears. And the keyboards also carry throughout, you know, creating this very, very, very sad atmosphere. He seems to sample a song from Jessica Pratt's. I might have to look her up a bit later because I'm not too familiar with her. Perhaps she's someone who was an artist very, very long ago. But yeah, this song is incredibly dreary, and I am pretty impressed by it. Track number 7, Got Me Started. This song I already took a listen to because I saw a bunch of people just bagging on it on social media, which I thought was just bullshit because I actually thought it sounded pretty good from the clip I heard. So yeah, we'll just jump into this one. I'll talk about it a little bit, but yeah, let's go into it. Those dreamlike keys right there. Oh, I love that intimacy, you know, he's able to convey. I love how they kind of like raised the pitch on his voice right here, you know, almost sounding like a chipmunk to some degree. Alcohol consumption, perhaps. Alright, so that was Got Me Started, and this song sounds good. It sounds good. I don't know what people are talking about. It's fucking good. It's a straightforward dance pop tune about Troye getting very intimate with this guy at a party and just wanting to take him home and, you know, just get it on. He's incredibly smitten. He just sounds head over heels. And yeah, I totally believe him when he sings those notes. The beat is absolute fire. I love how fast-paced it is. And oh my god, those little melodies he does with his voice, especially when they raise it to like chipmunk levels. Yeah, I don't know why people are shitting on this song, honestly. Like, it sounds nice. From what I heard, like, apparently he like samples the melody of like a meme on this song, like especially towards the end of the chorus. To be honest, I am not too familiar with the meme myself. I know that Katy Perry used it in one of her videos. That's as far as my knowledge about the meme goes. I like to think of myself as perfectly up to date on all the memes, okay? I like memes, but I just don't know this one too well, so the song isn't exactly ruined for me. Even then, I think it blends in with the tune, honestly. Like, you know, it creates a little bit of intimacy, you know, it really makes it feel like we're all alone with these two. I'm sure it looks even better as he's dancing to it in the music video, so I don't know what else to say. But yeah, this song is great. Twitter users can eat shit. That's all there is to say. Track number 8, Silly. I love the funk that this one is presenting, you know, especially with the bass line. And the high-pitched auto-tune, you know, it's almost muffled in a way, you know. It's very mystifying in the way it's being presented right now. Ooh! They're really playing with the percussion right there in that place. Woo! Yo, you certainly getting hot, boy. Ooh, this little melody on the outro, you know, kind of gets me in the spirit. Okay, that was Silly, and yeah, I thought that this was going to be a lot more comedic, you know, judging by the title. But it seems like it's a lot more straightforward and serious. This just seems like a song where Troye is pleading for this guy at the club to sort of like really get close to him and start something new with him. But it doesn't seem like he's feeling that energy necessarily. And so Troye is just kind of pleading with him quite a bit. He's willing to alternate his mind in order to get with him, you know? That's how desperate he is. At least that's my best assumption of what the song is about. I'm not too really focused on the lyrics, but I really love the production. The way he just sort of plays with his voice, like the muffling, you know, and the auto-tune, and of course I really love the way it's all constructed. The way they sort of break down the beat quite a bit, and the way it almost feels mystifying, as if you're just caught up in this atmosphere of smoke and whatnot. The club is very crowded and sweaty, and there's all sorts of colors just being shown down on us. The way it's really able to set a scene is what I think this track does best. Of course, I really love the keyboard work, especially towards the end when it plays all those high-pitched melodies. Oh yeah, some stuff on this track that's really worthy of attention. Track number 9, Honey. Not to be confused with Honey, Are You Coming? We already did a video about that. This is Troye's version. I kind of feel the angels just rising me up to heaven. You seem to have a very beautiful view of the world, Troye, honestly. Ooh. We're really picking up the pace with this beat right here. I'm really enjoying it. God, just please give me a sign and let me get with his boys. Once again, Troye's just breaking him down quite a bit, vibing as the song is playing out. Alright, so that was Honey, and I am really digging this one, honestly. It's just a song where Troye is pleading for this guy to get closer to him and really have a night of intimacy. Troye keeps egging him on to, give him that honey, give him that special feeling, give me that pleasure that I've been begging for. At times he can't even put it into words, he's forced to sort of speak that body language, if you know what I mean. And again, what really drives this song forward is the way that it's presented, the way it's all mixed. It's almost as if you're in this state of euphoria, just constantly spinning around, being all dizzy, just praying to God that y'all get a room or something. It really does sound like Troye is deeply in love with the boy that he's singing about on this song, honestly. It's the sort of song that Beelzebub would sing in her club in Hell of a Boss, in the gluttony ring. And who knows, maybe we'll see a collab between Troye and Kesha. But nonetheless, I think this song is wonderful. I really like how happy it is. It really puts a smile on my face. It just makes me want to lie in bed and just be in a state of pure tranquility. But now I think it's time we check out the final track on this album and see how he closes out the whole runtime. Track number 10, How to Stay With You. Painting a scene of what could be in our future. Yeah, of course, because, the brother's probably straight. The funky guitar on this one really, gets to me. Probably because the mom was straight. That saxophone was amazing. Whoa! Oh my God, this sounds unbelievably sweet. Oh my God. Alright, so that was How to Stay With You. Wow, I was really surprised by how they ended that song. That saxophone just came out of nowhere and just stole my heart. Oh my God, my heart has been stolen. I need someone to find it for me, for real. This song seems to be about how Troye really wants to start a life with this guy, He wants to introduce him to the family, maybe even open up a shop together. And who knows, maybe they'll even live in Australia together. He really wants to build upon this relationship. He just doesn't know how to start doing that, I took the step of saying hi, I took the step of actually going out with you. Now, where do we go from here? The blueprint, it's lost on me. But honestly, you just have this feeling of optimism once the track is all finished, because you can tell that he's really built a connection with this guy and they are more than likely to start developing something. A lot of the production on this song is also very wonderful. I love the funky guitars, and the drums are also really wonderful. I love the calming keyboards, again, it's very euphoric. The saxophone though, oh my God, the saxophone, wow. Jesus Christ, I really want that instrument to make a comeback because it can make anything sound amazing. But yeah, this song was very special. I think, honestly, it could be one of my favorites on the whole runtime. I just love how calming it is, how simple and straightforward but effective it is. Yeah, this is gonna be, super, super wonderful to revisit, honestly. And now is the best time to sort of take a break and re-listen to the album. I'll play it a second time. I'll come back later and give you my final thoughts, so bear with me. Alright, I am back and I'm ready to give you my final thoughts on Troye Sivan's Something to Give Each Other. So yeah, looks like I've been sleeping on Troye Sivan. He can now join Jessie Ware in the club of artists I should have given attention to sooner. What I appreciate most about this album is just how happy it feels. He celebrates the feeling of intimacy, just being close to your lover and having the ability to create something beautiful. He sings with such desperation and longing, hoping for the day he can have a gorgeous guy to hold. Just laying down in bed and sharing a lifetime together. But it's not totally sunshines and rainbows, because Troye does take the time to realize that love can fail. Sometimes it evaporates naturally, or it can end abruptly due to cheating. I appreciate him acknowledging the hurdles he's had to jump over to achieve a good, healthy love life. Of course, the production is magnificent. Some of his rhymes are just so effortless. It reminds me so much of the airtight lyricism on Future Nostalgia. And I'm amazed by just how well Troye can execute synth pop. You almost feel like you're standing directly in the club, just shaking your ass off to these intimate jams. You're also crooning to the sad tunes, but finding the will to groove as the record finishes with something optimistic. I also appreciate how you can sprinkle in a few neat production choices here and there, including the pianos, the chimes, the acoustic guitars, and that saxophone on the final track, like damn! While he clearly uses autotune in more than a few places, I really like how cozy Troye Sivan's voice is, just pulling you into the material and reaching a state of comfort. This man is so talented, and I now understand why he was able to work with both Aries. Seriously, they need to get in contact with him once more. My favorite tracks would have to be Honey, How to Stay With You, and Can't Go Back Baby. My least favorite tracks would have to be Where's the Time Where You Are, Still Got It, and In My Room. But really, that is only by default. This album is extremely solid. And that ought to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this album reaction. I had a blast with this one. I hope you did too. It was my first album reaction that I recorded in this new space, and I hope that everything went well. But with all that said, if you want to follow me on social media, be sure to check out my Blue Sky, my Twitter, my Twitch, and my TikTok. Links will be in the description. And that is where we're wrapping up for today. My name is Gabriel Jones, and the sun may be setting, but I hope you're able to soak up those drops. Take care.